What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we are checking out the Bitcoin price, and you want to pay attention in this episode because this over here in February might be playing out now in April and May. Okay, so you want to stay tuned in this episode for this. This is also mentioned on the Bitcoinsensus website on the technical analysis side. A potential inverse shoulder, head and shoulder might be forming. We'll be discussing this in the charts today. And if you're interested in trading, guys, make sure to check out the Bybit leverage trading platform. Okay, if you use my link in the description, up to $1,610 in bonus. My favorite trading platform for swing trading. And if you're interested in day trading, guys, my favorite platform is PrimeXbt. If you use my link in the description and Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code, you'll be getting 50% in addition of what you deposit for your margin. And also, we'll be checking out Ethereum, guys. Ethereum touching all-time highs and breaking it yesterday. If you watched yesterday's video, guys, on the 15-minute chart, I did mention this here, right over here, a potential inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern. And if we broke this resistance point, we would arrive just below the $2,700 range. A $2,690 Ethereum have exactly met the target, as you can see here on the chart. We are going to discuss some potential levels and trading opportunities in this episode, so stay tuned. Hello there, Andy here, and welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus, where you subscribe for the quickest technical analysis and news on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and the financial markets. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything that I say, and if you do so, do your own research. Said this, let's go straight into the charts. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel because I do daily technical analysis on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Okay, guys, zooming in here on the 2-hourly chart, I just want to show you, the similarities that there was in February and now in April with the price action. Okay, we can see in February that we did this descending wedge and we broke to the upside, and now in April we also created this descending wedge and we've broken to the upside. Now let's take a look in February exactly what happened. So we could potentially see that we created this resistance right over here, which was at the $51,500 area. Okay, creating this resistance, and when we created this descending wedge, we could see that from the breakout we were starting to form an inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern, potentially this being the left shoulder, here the head, okay, and here the right shoulder. As you can see here on the chart, the head was forming just from the breakout of the descending wedge, okay, and the target here is getting the head all the way up to the neckline, and from the breakout, okay, we can see that we perfectly met the target, okay, even going quite a few dollars above from the target. Now, is this going to play out? Let's take a look now what's happening in April. Okay, now if we zoom in here, we can see the descending wedge, okay, clearly, and creating this resistance point, which I formed here with this orange box. And we can clearly see here that this could be like the left shoulder, and then creating the head right over here, breaking out from the wedge. Now we need to see some price action to see if we're going to retest this resistance point, which is at the $57,000 range, okay? And then we might get rejected right over here and then come back up and retest. If this forms, okay, and we manage to break this resistance point, okay, we could potentially be forming an inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern. And if this forms and we break the resistance, this is going to be extremely bullish, okay? The measured move from this is getting the head, okay, all the way to the neckline. And from the breakout, we could be breaking out at the beginning of May, or depending on the price action. And this is not guaranteed it's going to happen, but it might be happen because we can see in February this fractal happening. Okay, so this might be happening also for Bitcoin in the next coming weeks. The measured move from this breakout is above the $67,000 range, okay, just around about that area. So this might be happening for Bitcoin, guys. So we're going to take a look at this potential formation in the coming weeks, okay, in the coming days. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin here in my chart on the 1 hourly chart. Okay, we can see with the RSI, we've had clearly some bearish divergence. Okay, the RSI going down and the price going up here for Bitcoin on the 1 hourly. So this is normal that we've had this dip. Okay, so now what can we expect? We were struggling to get above the $5,000 range, $55,000 range, sorry. And now it looks like we want to try and come back up again. What is my target? My target in the short term is just below the $57,000 range where I have this resistance. Okay, now this could be really bullish. We might get a huge rejection because the price has been pumping for the last few days, and this might be creating this inverse shoulder head and shoulder pattern that we were talking about. But we could actually drop from here and this would be perfectly okay. We should be getting some major support around about the $53,500, okay, which is the lower part here. As you can see, we've been touching multiple times. This is in between the 53,200, 53,500. We should get major support if we drop from here. So no major patterns here in the short term for Bitcoin. I am looking for a potential breakout of the 55,200 to come all the way up and retest almost at 57,000. This is what I got for Bitcoin. Okay, no major trading opportunities in my opinion. I need to see a little bit more of price action and volume. So let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum right over here looking really bullish, and I'm going to show you why we could have a blast off, okay, from the resistance point from the all-time high in the next coming days. Okay, so let's zoom in here. Like I showed you in the intro, you know, we actually broke out from this inverse shoulder head and shoulder pattern on the 15-minute chart that I was talking about yesterday, and we perfectly met the target below the $2,700 range. Now what can we expect in the short term? As you can see, we bounced nicely from it, and we came back up, and then this didn't hold and we fell just below it. It looks like now that we are creating like a double bottom pattern, as you can see here on the chart. Let's zoom in here. So this has been major resistance. Okay, we can see this resistance right here. This was the old all-time high from the 22nd of April. That's why I have this orange resistance block. We've been just having a little bit of noise here, created decent support because we pumped to the upside, and this trend line did not hold from the inverse shoulder and shoulder pattern. We broke to the downside, double bottom pattern, we broke this resistance. Now it looks like we want to pop up to the upside. So Ethereum looking very bullish in the short term also. Okay, we are trying to come up and up and up. All the retracements, all the pullbacks are getting bought back up. Let's zoom out on the 4-hourly chart because I want to show you something really cool here for Ethereum that could be really bullish. Okay, now this is the 4-hourly chart. If I zoom in here on the chart, we can see that we've been hitting this major resistance point a few times now, 4 times, and now it looks like we want to go for a 5th attempt. Okay, we can see the point right over here. Okay, and zooming in here, we can see that we've just touched 3 times. Okay, let me just get this one out of the way. Right over here. Okay, so I can mark this one. Okay, right over here, 2nd attempt, 3rd attempt, 4th attempt right now. Okay, so what else can we see here? I just put this trend line on the top here for the resistance, and if I connected these two, this could be like a channel or hugely sending wedge. But we can also zoom in here and connect this low over here with all of these ones over here. So if I take this low and connect these ones, this is clearly an ascending wedge right over here, as you can see. So I've connected this point over here, as you can see. And if I zoom in quickly here on the 4-hourly chart, we can see where there's multiple touches right over here from this huge consolidation phase, creating higher lows. So this is a clear ascending wedge formation. Now we are retesting for the 5th time. It looks like that we do want to retest for the 5th time here at this resistance point. So let's take a look at the 1-hourly chart just to zoom in. Let me take this out of the way. as you can see, if we retest again, the more times we retest a resistance or a support, the most likely it is going to break. So in the next coming hours or days, we might be coming here and consolidating, ready for a massive blast out, guys. The measured move here from this would be getting the back, okay, of the ascending wedge, sorry. Okay, which would be, it's the width, okay? So if this is the support of the ascending wedge, sorry, we're getting up to the resistance and from the breakout, depending on where we are going to break out, let's say in the next coming days, we can see that the price of Ethereum can come all the way up to the $3,500 range. This is the measured move of this impulse of something like this. If we drop to the downside, we could come all the way down to the low of the ascending wedge, which would be the $1,500, the $1,600 range. I don't think this is going to happen. It's looking very, very bullish. The price is just going up and up. We've got great news. Scalability is working. Ethereum 2.0 coming out. So retest again of the resistance. Guys, we could see this is the moment, okay? This is the moment where we are going to see a huge candle, okay, potentially of $300, $500 for Ethereum, okay? And a huge amount of volume. We're going to see the Ethereum price going very, very volatile. So make sure to pay attention. This is great to place a swing trade all the way up to the $3,500 range if we break this major resistance level. And this is going to be it for today's episode, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Later on, I'll be doing a video on Cardano, also Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin, some technical analysis on that. And if you haven't checked out the Bitcoinsensus website, make sure to check it out. We've got great technical analysis, great tutorials and reviews on how to buy, how to store, how to trade Bitcoin safely. We've got price predictions. I'll be leaving a link in the description so you can check it out. You cannot miss out on this information. And if you haven't seen my Bybit or my PrimeXbt tutorial, make sure to check it out. Video popping up on your screen. A massive thank you for tuning in. Make sure to smash up that like button and I'll see you in the next one.